Hello friends, welcome to Orario. Myself Amna Mariam and I will be dealing with chemistry. Let's start with the first chapter, structure of atom. Before going to that, let's see what we have learned in our previous classes. You learned about molecules. What are a molecule? A molecule is the smallest particle of a substance which shows all the properties of that substance. And you also learned that molecules can be subdivided into atoms. Now let's start with our first lesson, structure of atom. In this chapter we learned about particle inside an atom, structure of atom, electronic configuration and also about isotopes. Let's start with the contribution of different scientists who helped in the development of structure of atom. First, it is John Dalton. John Dalton proposed atomic theory in 1807. He proposed atomic theory. Let's look what are the postulates. There are 6 postulates for Dalton's atomic theory. The first one it is matter is made up of minute particles called atom. What? Matter is made up of minute particles called atoms. You already learned it in your previous classes. The second postulate is atoms cannot be divided during a chemical reaction. That is, atom can neither be created nor destroyed. There is no need of explanation. Then the third postulate is atoms of the same element are identical in their properties, size and mass. Let's look. This is an hydrogen atom and this is one another hydrogen atom which is in different places. But this property of this two hydrogen atom are same. That is, this hydrogen atom have a particular property, a size and mass. And also this hydrogen atom have the same property, same size and same mass. This is what he meant in his third postulate, that is, atoms of the same element are identical in their properties, mass and size. Then the fourth postulate is atoms of different element are different in their properties and mass. That is, if we consider an hydrogen atom and also an oxygen atom. This is hydrogen atom and this hydrogen atom have a property, a particular property, a particular mass, and this oxygen atom have a particular property and particular mass, but these two are different. Okay, this is what he meant in his fourth postulate. And then the fifth postulate is atom is the minute particles that can be take part in a chemical reaction. That is, atom is the smallest particle that can take part in a chemical reaction. Then the sixth postulate is compounds are formed by the combination of two or more atoms. That is, compounds are formed, that is, it is H2O. This is a compound and it is formed by the combination of two or more atoms, but it is in a simple ratio, that is, it is 2:1. That is, a compound is formed by the combination of two or more atoms of elements in a simple ratio. Let's look NaCl. It is a compound. It is formed by the combination of sodium and chlorine. It is in 1:1 ratio. CO2. It is 1:2 ratio. That is, it is in a simple ratio. The combination is in a simple ratio. This is about the postulates of John Dalton's atomic theory. But this is only based on the logical thinking. There is no scientific evidence. So, this theory is failed. But this exists for many years because there is no other scientist who can deny his postulates. Okay, this is about John Dalton atomic theory. Hope you understood. Then, even though this atomic theory existed, there are many scientists who tried to experiment and find out what is there in matter. That is, dealing with some daily life incidents, they understood that there is something behind it or there is something inside an atom. That is, for example, if we rub a comb on your dry hair and show it near to bits of papers, we can see that papers are attracted by the comb. That is, there is something behind it. That is, that acquires some charges. That's why it attracts that bits of paper. Or we rub an inflated balloon on a dry hair for some time and keep it near a wall. We can see that it will be attracted by the wall. That is, there is something behind it. There is something inside an atom. Based on this, many concepts arises, and the first one, it is by Sir Humphrey Davy. Humphrey Davy find out that electricity can pass through liquid and the particle inside liquid possess two charges, positive and negative. And he can also separate some elements from its component by using this electricity. That is, he can isolate some elements, sodium, potassium, calcium, barium, strontium, boron. He can isolate some elements from its component by using electricity. That is, Sir Humphrey Davy find out that electricity can pass through liquid and the particle inside liquid possess two charges, positive and negative. By using this, he can isolate some elements. This is about Sir Humphrey Davy. Second one, it is by Michael Faraday. Along with Sir Humphrey Davy, Michael Faraday also passes electricity through liquid. But he can separate the components of that liquid. That is, by using electrolysis. You already learned it in your previous classes. What is electrolysis? Electrolysis is the process of passing electricity through liquid and decompose it into its component. So, this is about Michael Faraday, and Michael Faraday gives us the law of electrolysis, and he is known as the father of electricity. This is about the contribution of Sir Humphrey Davy and Michael Faraday. But the concept made by them are failed because there is no scientific evidence to prove their ideas. So students, in this class we learn about John Dalton's atomic theory. He proposed his theory in 1807, but it is only based on logical thinking. There is no scientific evidence. There are 6 postulates in John Dalton atomic theory and you should learn about it. Then we learned that the contribution of Sir Humphrey Davy and Michael Faraday, that is about electrolysis. Electrolysis is the process of passing electricity through liquid and decompose it into its component. Okay, but the contribution of Sir Humphrey Davy and Michael Faraday also failed because there is no scientific evidence. Okay, hope you understood. Thank you for watching.